my name is Kelly Bluen. I am a certified Zentangle teacher. Welcome to 15 Minutes of Zen. In these videos, I show you how to make one tangle using the Zentangle method of drawing. Today I'm using my Micron pen, a PN, plastic nib pen. I have a pencil to do some drawing and shading, and a blending tool called a tortillon. I'm also using a 2" by 2" tile. This is just a paper tile from Zentangle.com. It is called the Bijou tile. It's a very small little tile. And you can use any pens, pencils, and paper that you have around. You do not need these supplies. Today's tangle is called Trella, and it was created by Adele Bruno, who is also a certified Zentangle teacher. Okay. So for this one today, I'm going to start with my pencil, and I'm going to put a dot in each of the four corners like we often do. I'm going to put them in just a little bit. I'm going to leave about a pencil width around the whole edge. And then lightly with our pencil, we're not going to connect all of the lines. We're just going to connect 3 of them. So I'm going to do a line there, there, and there. And then I'm actually going to go up part way. So probably about maybe a little bit more than a pencil width up. Leave that space, about a pencil width space. Then I'm going to go over, and I'm going to go down. I'm going to go over. So I made this cute little spiral. Okay, so to make Trella, it is, I think, usually used as a border tangle, but it can also be used as a fill or as just a single plant-like structure. So for this one, I thought we would do it in this spiral as if it were a border, but give us more space to practice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick up my pen. And the way that you're meant to make this is each line separately. And so we would do these series of little stems and leaves coming out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, but if it's easier for you, you can go ahead and just ink in this outside line, and then, you know what, I'll just do it that way as well. Okay, so I'm going to ink this in. I think I'm going to curve the edges a little bit though. Curve the corners. And this does not need to be straight. It can be a little bit wiggly. Okay, I think this is the easier way to do it. If I was going to do it on a larger tile, I think I would do each stem separately and let them build off each other. But this will give us a good guide. Okay, so now to make Trella, it's so beautiful and so delicate, so we're really going to focus on just kind of working on our line work today and just taking our time, making very delicate little lines and details. So all that this is these little stems that come off and end in what you might call a flux shape or like fescue. So I'm just going to kind of go up this line, and I'm going to come up here and curve down. So we're going to do these all around, and we're going to vary the sizes, and we're going to vary where they land. So I did one on this side. I'm going to do the next one off to the other side. So like that. But now, of course, we don't want it to look perfect. We don't want it to look like too matchy-matchy. We want it to be a little bit more random. So this next one I'm going to make a larger one, and I'm going to come right down to that line. These ones have a little stem. This one I'm just coming right down to the line. Now I have to think about curving around here, so maybe I'll do one right here. And I'll do a little one off the edge over here. There's no right or wrong. Wherever you put these little petals, these little leaves, it'll look amazing. I'm going to keep going down this line, adding some larger ones. And some little ones. And you can go, one side to the next. You can put two on the same side in a row. It doesn't matter. But look at how I have some large ones and some smaller ones. Think about the space and the area that you're trying to fill. My last one here, I'm just going to have go right off the edge and curve in. It's already so pretty. I love it. All right, I'm going to erase my pencil lines. I don't always do this, but I like the delicateness of this little vine, and I don't want those lines in there. Okay, hopefully you've got that part done. So now we just get to add all kinds of pretty little embellishments. So one of the things that Adele Bruno did in one of her examples was she added some weight, some darkening. And you can do this on all of them, none of them, a couple, whatever you want to do. But she did it on this little curvy side there. And look at that, just putting that little dark line on that curve, how it gives it so much more character. So it's on that inside curve. And you don't need a lot. And then I just at the top try to make sure it's still rounded. I am so amazed at how that looks compared to these ones. It's magical. Coming up that curved inside area. And you can make it thicker if you'd like. It kind of looks like maybe the petal is turning a little bit. Maybe you're getting that back shadowy end of it. The thicker ones versus the thinner ones makes me want to make this one a little bit thicker. Sometimes we work so hard to fill a space and complete a pattern that we don't take the time to just embellish what we already have. And just keep going around, And you just want to make sure your lines are clean. So when I add this little thickening, I'm just rounding it out at the top, making sure there's no little stray areas. And then sometimes I even come back down and go over that stem line, just so it all looks like it connects seamlessly. I can't stop saying how much I love this one. So this one I just added some weight and it ended up looking very flat. So I just bumped out my shading and made it round. So just looking at those little details. Almost done. All right, take a little peek, go back and fix any of those that you need to fix. I love it. Okay, now we're going to add some more details. So I'm going to put something in each of these petals. There are endless variations of what you can put inside these petals. So maybe you want to do a little line and some dots, or you want to do one line and a dot, or you can aura inside. There's so many variations. Mine are pretty small, so I think I'm just going to do a really thin line and a couple of dots. And I like to curve my line just slightly. I'll show you on the larger one here. Because it curves out like this, I want my little line to follow that curve. And it just gives it some movement. And if I can only fit one dot, I'll put one dot. Maybe I won't even put a dot in every one. There's no right or wrong. Just do it slowly and carefully. Some cute little details. All right, we're going to finish this one by adding in some little curly Q shapes like that. These can be anywhere you want, and they can be kind of large. They can be really small. They can be very curly, or it can just end in like a little fescue shape, like that. They can also cross over each other. So I'll do one right here. And then I'll start at that same point and I'll go the opposite way and cross this line. See that? It makes the vine look like it's a little bit thicker and not like everything is just so structured on one side. You can also add more than one on a side. And just look at these spaces that you have and try to fill them up a little bit. If they bump into each other or go over the top of each other, that's also okay. I like adding a few of these little dark fescues. I'm going to put in some teeny tiny ones and then I think I'll be done. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. And I'm going to pick up my graphite pencil. And to shade this one, all I'm going to do today is put graphite along that line, that first line that we made. And I'm going to take my little blending tool and I'm going to push it out on both sides. And then when I get to those little leaf shapes, I'm going to push it out into those little leaves a tiny bit. I'm barely touching the paper because I've got a lot of ink and I don't want to, crumble the paper by pushing too hard. My light does not show the shading very well, but look at how it makes this little interior part look kind of like a pillow, like it's puffing out a little bit. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, remember to initial your work. Put your date on the back, maybe do a little journal entry about what's going on in your life. And remember to like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.